Welcome to my channel Glory with Mathematics. Please subscribe, like and share.
Dear students, in our last class we have discussed about simple interest and compound interest also. So, is there any formula to find out the compound interest on a given principal and rate of interest and for a time period? So, let us deduce a formula to find the compound interest or amount. So, let us take the principal is P1, rate of interest is R. So, here we will derive the formula for a particular value also and for taking P1 and R like this. So, first let P1 is equal to rupees 5,000 and R is equal to 5%. So, in first step, we have to find the simple interest. So, simple interest 1 is equal to P1 into T into R by 100. So, this is equal to 5,000 multiplied with 5 divided by 100. So, simple interest 1 is equal to, this is 250 rupees. So, let us here. So, this is equal to 5,000 multiplied with 5 by 100. So, this is the simple interest at the end of first year. Then what is the amount? So, this is equal to 5,000 plus 5,000 multiplied with 5 by 100. So, this is equal to 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100. So, this is also P2. For second year, this is the principal. So, what is simple interest 2? For second year, what is the simple interest? Again, this is our principal. So, 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 multiplied with 5 divided by 100. So, this is equal to 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 multiplied with 5 by 100. So, this is our simple interest at the end of second year. So, what is the amount or A2 is equal to, our principal is this much 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 plus interest 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 into 5 by 100. So, this is equal to, so this total 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 is common in both the terms. So, 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100. So, this is equal to 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 raised to the power 2. So, for second year, this is the amount. If we continue this process for third year and fourth year, so for third year A3 will be 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 raised to the power 3. Like this, A4 is equal to 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 raised to the power 4. So, like this, if we find AN, so that will be 5,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 by 100 raised to the power n. So, let us find this formula in the term P1 and R. Let us deduce the general formula by taking principal as P1 and rate of interest as R. So, what is our simple interest 1? That means interest for first year. So, principal is our P1 and rate of interest is R. So, simple interest 1 is P1, T is our 1 and R by 100. So this is equal to P1R by 100. So amount 1 is equal to P1 plus P1R by 100. So this is equal to P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100. So then we will calculate SI2. So this is also our P2, P2. So this is A1, that means amount at the end of first year, and this is also our P2, that means principal for second year. So SI2 is equal to P2 plus P2 into T into R by 100. So what is P2? P1 into 1 plus R by 100 multiplied with R by 100. So this is simple interest for second year. Then what is the amount at the end of second year? That means A2. So A2 is equal to, so what is our P2? P1 multiplied with 1 plus R by 100 plus, this is the simple interest, P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 multiplied with R by 100. So in these two terms, P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 is common. So this is equal to P1 into 1 plus R by 100 whole into, here comes 1 plus R by 100. So this is equal to P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power 2. So if we will continue, what is simple interest 3? So this is A2 and this is also P3. So SI3 is equal to P3 into R by 100. So this is equal to P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power 2 multiplied with R by 100. That this is R by 100. Then what is amount 3? Is what is P3? This is P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power 2 plus P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power 2 multiplied with R by 100. So this is equal to, this is common in both the terms. So P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power 2 whole into 1 plus R by 100. So this is equal to P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power 3. So for third year, this is the amount, that means A3. If we will continue this, then what will be A4 is equal to P1 whole into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power 4. So if we will continue for nth year, so AN is equal to P1 plus 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power n, where P1 is the principal, R is the rate of interest, and n is the time period. That means the interest is compounded annually, that means n is the number of years. So if interest is calculated semi-annually, then n will be the number of time periods. That means in a year there are 2 time periods. So let us solve some examples by using this formula for compound interest. Let us solve this example. Find compound interest on rupees 12,600 for 2 years at 10% per annum compounded annually. So here P is given rupees 12,600. R or N is equal to 2 years. It is given compounded annually. So we will take N is equal to 2. So time is equal to 2 years. Or N is equal to 2. And rate of interest R is equal to 10%. So we have the formula amount is equal to P whole into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power N. So by using this formula, so 12,600 multiplied with 1 plus 10 by 100 raised to the power 2. So this is equal to 12,600 raised to the power. So this is 11 by 10 whole square. So this is equal to 12,600 multiplied with 11 by 2 multiplied with 11 by 2. So this is equal to, this is 10 into 10, 100. So this is 126 multiplied with 11 multiplied with 11. So this becomes rupees 15,246. So this is the amount. So the question asked to find the compound interest. So compound interest is equal to amount minus principal. So this is equal to rupees 15,246 minus what is our principal? That is 12,600. So this is equal to rupees 2,646. So this is our answer. Compound interest is rupees 2,646. So let us discuss what do you mean by rate compounded annually and rate compounded semi-annually. Sometimes you also find that rate compounded quarterly. So what do you mean that? So here I have taken an example by taking principal as 100 rupees and rate of interest is 10%. So the first column is here rate is compounded annually. So when rate is compounded annually, so principal is rupees 100 at the rate of interest is 10%. So this is compounded annually. So here the number of time period is 1 year. So n is equal to 1. When we are calculating for the interest by taking the simple interest formula, so rate of interest is same as 10 and time is 1 year. So that is the amount after 1 year is rupees 110. But when the question is, in the question it is given that the rate of interest is calculated semi-annually. So here like this, the question is given principal is equal to rupees 100 at 10% per annum compounded half yearly. So here the time period is 6 months or half year. So the rate of interest is also half. Due to in the question it is given 10% per annum. So 10% per annum means 5% per half year. So here we have to multiply half with 10. So this is the simple interest, that is rupees 5. So again the amount at the end of 6 months is rupees 105. So for next 6 months the principal will be 105. So on principal 105 we will calculate again the simple interest, that will become rupees 5.25. And the net amount after 1 year is equal to rupees 105 plus rupees 5.25 is equal to rupees 110.25. So this is the amount at the end of first year if the interest is compounded semi-annually. Here this is the amount if the interest is calculated annually. So this is the difference between how to find the amount or compound interest if the question is asked whether the rate of interest is compounded annually or semi-annually. You have to remember the time period after which the interest is added each time to form a new principal is called the conversion period. So if the interest rate is compounded annually, so there is one conversion period in a year. But if the interest is calculated semi-annually, so there will be 2 conversion period in a year. Sometimes the question is asked, the rate of interest is calculated quarterly. That means the conversion period in a year will be 4. So by taking these rules, you have to solve some problems.